In this episode, we're exploring an abandoned coal-fired power plant that dates back to the 1940s. The plant is built in an Art Deco style, with many impressive details and design features that can't be found in modern power stations. In recent years, the aging facility was unable to meet new environmental standards and was shut down for good. Now, we're venturing inside to discover the industrial beauty of the past. Asbestos-free. That's what we like to see. I'm sure there is asbestos somewhere in here still, but it's good to know it's not everything in here. This is not asbestos-free. This probably goes out to the main turbine hull. Let's check that out. Holy cow, though. This is huge.
6 generators. They're all minty green.
It's like a massive version of the peppermint power plant that we saw. It looks like it's of the same era, too. With the color palette and all the tiling. The symmetry.
They were starting to be scrapped or something.
And these are climbing harnesses here, I think. Guardian fall protection.
To climb on top of the unit, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't think any scrapping is going on here. Maybe like professional people from the power company. Wow, these are so dusty. Wish I had like a rag or something. This would look really nice if you dusted it all off. There were General Electric turbines. Number 2. The turbine hall is the most important room of any coal power plant. Here, hot steam at temperatures of over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit would arrive from the boilers and flow into the turbines. The high-pressure steam then spins a massive set of blades at extremely high speed. This rotational energy is then turned into electrical energy by a generator located at the end of each unit. The actual turbine blades are still inside. A lot of times those are scrapped out and salvaged. Each of the 6 turbines at this plant were capable of producing 70 megawatts, enough to power nearly 50,000 homes. Looks like there's a control room or something up there. Even the side pieces of equipment are painted green. Off to the side of each turbine was another generator. I'm assuming these serve some supplemental or emergency use, since their rated capacity is only 200 kilowatts.
2011, do not operate.
There's some dumbass graffiti in here. A lot of vandalism, which always sucks, but this place is still really cool. Oh yeah, this is a control room. A lot of lockout tags on everything. funny. You've got all these old looking dials, and then right here, just a modern thermostat. This is very 50s right here. Carbon monoxide monitoring. Look, there's more tourist brochures in here. Did the employees just read tourist brochures in here all day, fantasizing about wanting to be on vacation?
Maybe.
Twin Peaks right there. Wow, the lighting is so much dimmer in here now. Definitely got some dark clouds over us. Ooh, this looks like another control room.
It is. This one's more beige.
Oh wow.
And these were for each generator. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Look, there's still writing on the whiteboard left. I mean, obviously some of this was added, but that was probably there before.
It's a huge crane. There's lights on the crane.
To
That's
go the
something.
whole length of the building.
Yeah.
This turbine has been ripped apart though. Damn, that rain is coming down now. The platforms that the turbines are on are actually isolated from the rest of the floor to mitigate vibration. These are some big bolts, hand for scale. The whole place is flooding from this rainstorm. Well, I think I got a leak.
Look at all these tools and parts. There's meters here that look like they would have been part of a control panel. That's like the same green as the generator. It's like a whisk.
I'm gonna learn how to run this place.
Is that what this is? Instruction manual for the GE
turbines.
generator.
Just for turbine number
They're different.
3 and units 3 and 4. Can't show the front though. It has the exact name of the power plant. It's like just for this plant.
So they were probably custom built.
These instructions do not purport to cover all details.
You just got to know.
Even this does not cover everything. Wow.
The diagrams are cool. Installation, how to install one of these.
How to install
We saw those in the control room.
Yeah. Rack installation.
A bunch of boards. A lot about these little panels. Literally the whole thing's about those panels.
All this info just for those. It's still these panels still.
So this must be a book just on those.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, let's see.
Look, it's even on these, it's just that.
Yeah.
It's
All this
just a
information.
control panel thing.
Just one small section of the control panel. Wiring diagrams.
Wow.
It's just like the offices. There's a stretcher. Oh. Danger, asbestos removal.
It's not open that door.
No. But look, these ones have the same thing and we were in there already.
No, that's a different danger sign.
Okay.
That just says danger. This danger literally says asbestos removal. But it's probably similar. Yeah, all
I bet
the doors.
ceiling tiles were asbestos and that's why they took them out.
Yeah, probably. But see, these doors say warning asbestos material. So like respirators on past these doors. The control mechanics supervisor.
Looks like there's a lot of stuff left in here. There's a computer.
A fairly recent one too, so. And we saw the calendar at 2015. That wasn't too long ago. Touch view graphics, Smith meter, battery maintenance. Look at all of these schematics and papers hung up.
These are some big ones right here. God, the name is on everything. It's gonna make it so hard to edit this.
You can learn how to build one of these if you really went through everything. It's a bird.
That's a nice stairwell. This is cool. That's a wind indicator. Probably linked to a weather vane somewhere up on the roof.
Shit on the floor.
Got a little funky smelling up here. Oh, this is a cool logo.
We're walking in
This whole-
asbestos.
Yeah. This whole elevator door is really cool. This is the upper floor control room. This looks pretty cool. I hope the front of it has actual controls. It does. Oh, there's a bunch of blanks right here though. Can walk through these also.
Looks like they put a lot of computers in to replace the old mechanical controls.
This is really cool. You can see it must have started up around 5 a.m. because it's at 0 megawatts. And then by 7:30 about, it was at 150 megawatts. That's pretty cool. Red.
There's a circuit breaker.
Put detail on that there. Everything had to have some sort of design to it rather than just being completely utilitarian.
This log sheet is from 1996, 97, 2002. This probably wasn't operated that often. And this control room might not have been used for a while.
I'm going to take a walk through the control panel. Holy shit. Not sure if this glass was frosted or if it's just really dirty and hazy. I think it's just dirty. Oh yeah, hazy actually. Wow. Yeah, this power plant was not just built, it was designed with aesthetics in mind, which is not something you would see in a brand new power plant. From this higher vantage point, the beautiful design of the power plant was even more apparent. Symmetry and repetition can be found throughout the turbine hall, as if the architects and engineers managed to work in perfect harmony. It's a true mid-century gem of the streamline Art Deco movement, and it's a shame to see that nothing has been done to preserve it. These must have scrolled so slowly because all of that time is just 1 hour. I don't know if modern power plants still keep paper logs just for redundancy. All this stuff can just be consolidated into a computer so easily.
This staircase goes higher because it connects to the main house.
The boiler house is the next area of the plant we'll be exploring. This is a diagram of one of the plant's 6 boilers. Note the person for scale. In each boiler, coal is burned to turn water into steam. The steam is then heated even further and routed to the turbines. Compared to the bright and open space of the turbine hall, the dark and dirty boiler house is a stark contrast.
This is just white, dusty powder, and it looks like it could be asbestos. And I would think it would be if it wasn't for asbestos free stamped everywhere. It shows you really have no idea what is and what isn't, unless it's stamped on it.
This is one of those hearing booths for calling. Yep. We're here. Wow. It's pretty quiet in here.
Oh, I hear here.
Yeah.
We've seen these
are in
before.
Every power plant.
With that font, though.
Oh yeah. This thing's original. Been here since the 50s.
And this font, too. The phone was replaced, but other than that.
I can hear the wind in this vent here. Kind of stopped when I started filming. Now this looks like an asbestos cesspool.
It looks like it is, too. There's dangerous shit right here. And that is dripping all the way down there. Ooh.
I almost slipped on my ass.
The panels were thrown down here.
Oh god, I gotta take this mask off soon. It's crushing my face.
They're not meant to be comfortable.
No. I'm gonna have such a mark on my nose after this. This looks cool right here. Oh, there's a turbine down here, exposed. The blades, I mean.
This is from the one that was taken apart. The one right above us. This one's not being used anytime
It's
soon,
screwed
though.
up.
It's kind of fucked.
I mean, this is the most valuable part of the turbine because the engineering that goes into making these all precise.
Not when it looks like that.
Hell no.
The rest of it looks alright, though, but not really. Here it's pretty bad.
This is like a stand designed to hold this.
It is.
Would have been pretty long.
Yeah. This is from the one that was directly up here. That was all stripped
Yeah, that's
down.
the only one that's missing it.
Yeah. It's where they'd fix and repair parts. That's a big drill press. It could move on multiple axes. That's a full-on mill. But will it work?
Too rusted? Yeah, look at the shaft over here. It's so rusty. Oh, that's working. Wow.
Rusted.
I mean, there's a motor type electrical thing back there. So it probably could have been motorized also. Really?
Yeah, that's like the second.
Mark Stanley, 1978. Ex-painter. If that was the best job he can do, I can see why he's an ex-painter. I've seen graffiti scrawled out neater than that. The wind in here sounds crazy. They've got one of those Chamber of Secrets sinks. This looks like it was the main entrance. It's a big quote on the wall. View not this mighty work with thoughts of power, nor brick and steel and copper strands, but with the inner eye of fancy. Recall the vision that dared its inception, the learning and mastery that framed its being, the perfection of its art and the direction of its myriad uses, in fulfillment of the words of the sage philosopher. To know what to do is wisdom. To know how to do it is skill. To do the thing as it should be done is service. This power plant truly is one of the last of its kind. After the 1950s, power plants began to be constructed in a wholly utilitarian manner. With increasing market competition and higher environmental standards to adhere to, aesthetics have become a topic of least concern for power companies. Sure, it's logical to say that the appearance of power plants doesn't matter, since they'll only be seen by the handful of people that work there. But you can't help but look at this building and appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship that went into structures of the past. The designers and builders of this power plant weren't just chasing a bottom line. They were creating something to be proud of.